everybody, Ace Liam here, and welcome back to another installment of MetroMania. In the previous episode, we said goodbye to Iris, the Dragon Tamer. She was unable to take down Alan, who proceeds to be our third quarter-finalist. We will be deciding his opponent in the quarterfinals today, as we have the undefeatable champion, Leon, taking on the former Kalos champion, DIANTHA. Let's get into it. And here we go. It's Leon versus DIANTHA. Shades of the Masters 8 tournament back in Galar in the this Ultimate / Master Journeys. Can't quite remember. I think Ultimate came after Masters, which always confuses me, but whatever. Cinderace is going to start with Strength Sap, changing itself with that Libero ability into a Grass type, dropping the attack of Avalugg one stage. Would have restored health if it lost any, but it's turn one, mate. What can I tell you? Draco Meteor from Dragonite is going to... It's not going to miss into Carbink. It doesn't affect Carbink. Carbink's a Fairy type. Now, Carbink, of course, was chosen because... DIANTHA, she uses fairy types, and she didn't have a lot of Pokemon that are actually in Scarlet and Violet. That Wrap attack is going to deal damage to Cinderace at the end of each turn. Hisuian Avalugg was chosen because DIANTHA normally has a Aurorus, but Aurorus is not in the game, but it is an Ice and Rock type. Hisuian Avalugg is also an Ice and Rock type, and Avalugg is technically originally from Kalos, so it kind of works. We have Mighty Cleave coming out from Cinderace into Carbink there for a big chunk of neutral damage, and now over to Leon's Charizard, who's going to fire back with a Mach Punch as well into Carbink for some mild damage. Can you mildly damage the subscribe button, turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode of MetroMania or anything on the channel? I promise WTF will be coming back, don't you worry. There was some decent damage into Cinderace if you were paying attention. Now Avalugg's going to go for triple arrows. Shades of Hisuian Decidueye. Probably a technique from there, didn't it? And there's some wrap damage onto Cinderace. Cinderace not looking so fresh right now as it gets ready for its next attack, starting off the next turn with Take Heart, which is a move I have literally never seen before. What is this from? It's special attack raise, it's special defense raise, it's basically Calm Mind. Is it Magearna's signature move? I don't know. I've never heard of it before. I'm going to have to Google it later. Now, that's a move I'm familiar with. Minimize, shades of, I guess, Muck and old school Clefairy. Up goes Charizard's evasiveness by 2 stages, and now we have Light Screen coming out from DIANTHA's Carbink, which is going to reduce the power of special attacks into that side of the field for a few turns. And now we have Smackdown coming out from Hisuian Avalugg, taking the first fall. Leon Cinderace is out of contention, and now Leon needs to pick his next Pokemon, which will be Golden Go. We chose Golden Go as his token Paldea Pokemon because it's Steel and Ghost, just like his Aegislash, his only Pokemon that isn't available in this game. Alluring Voice from Charizard into Carbink there. If Carbink would have raised its stats already this turn, then it would have automatically become confused again by that move. Here's Gastro Acid suppressing the ability of Hisuian Avalugg, which I'm pretty sure is sturdy. I've probably put it in the description. I do wish Gastro Acid would tell us which ability had been suppressed rather than just which Pokemon's it was. Here's Confusion from Carbink into Charizard. That evasiveness increase not paying off for Charizard right now. And Avalugg is going to fire back with a Pain Split, but it has more HP, so it's just given Charizard some of its HP. How polite? Is that a Kalosian custom, I wonder? And now we have Charizard going for Teleport. Going to be just completely get rid of that Teleport boost. Now, the Pokemon that comes in from now is selected by random number generators. So this Rillaboom was chosen by random numbers. It must have selected number 2, which is Rillaboom. I don't get to choose this. Don't worry. I'm as involved as little as possible in these battles. Triple Dive coming out from Golden Go into Avalugg there. It's basically, someone described it in my stream as Surging Strikes from Wish, basically. It's Wug Trio doing its best, isn't it? And here comes Carbink with Growth, going to increase its attack and its special attack by 1 stage apiece, trying to hopefully deal a bit more damage than it has been doing. And speaking of damage, here comes Avalugg with Supersonic, but it's not going to land into the Rillaboom there. The big miss. Now Rillaboom has an opportunity as it begins the next turn. What's it going to do? Goes for Blaze Kick for neutral damage into Avalugg, bringing it even closer to the halfway point of its HP bar. And Golden Go is going to follow up with Heavy Slam into Avalugg. Now that's 4 times effective, but it's just a testament to the defensive capabilities of Avalugg, the fact that it took that 4 times effective hit so well. Here's a super effective Ice Fang into Rillaboom there from Carbink. That attack increase definitely helps. You could see the difference there. And now Avalugg goes for a Hammer Arm into Rillaboom, bringing Rillaboom down to less than half its max HP already. And Avalugg's speed is going to be reduced by 1 stage. Here comes Rillaboom now, looking to retaliate. Goes for Power Whip. It's going to have same time attack bonus, takes down Avalugg. Super effective here. Avalugg didn't need to worry about that speed drop at all there because now it's off the field. Gholdengo getting itself ready. What's it going to choose as its move with this metronome? It's going to go for dual wing beat into Carbink for a little bit of chip damage, just enough to bring Carbink past the halfway point. And now it's up to Diantha to bring us out another Pokemon to join the field. Oh, it will be once Carbink has its moment, Liam. The slowest Pokemon on the field, it didn't even get to move because it went for Belly Drum with less than half HP. That's gutting. There's the light screen wearing off, and now we might see Diantha's next Pokemon. She's going to send out Hawlucha. That's going to be absolutely bloody wonderful. We love a bit of Hawlucha in this house. Love a Lucha Libre reference. Defense Girl from Hawlucha, playing it safe. It saw what happened to Avalugg and wants to be careful. So increasing its defense by one stage. Over to Rillaboom now, who's going to go for Poison Tail into Carbink for neutral damage there. Does not get the poison, though, critically. Interesting there. And here comes Gholdengo with Eruption into both Carbink and Hawlucha there. Hawlucha already down to the halfway point. Not looking too great here. And now Carbink's going to go for a Psy Strike into the Rillaboom slot there. Rillaboom getting closer and closer to that danger zone. And now it's Hawlucha's opportunity to start the next turn. Going to go for Memento and sacrifice itself to drop Rillaboom's attack and special attack by 2 stages apiece. Leaving Carbink high and dry, though. Don't know how wise that was. Down goes Hawlucha. Diantha went from a 1-0 lead and is now trailing 1-2. Oh dear. And we have Shadow Claw coming out from Rillaboom, but it's not enough there to take down the Carbink. Wasn't a critical hit. You got to think the critical hit would have mattered there. And Gholdengo is going to go for a Lunar Blessing and heal up Rillaboom a little bit, because I'm pretty sure Gholdengo hasn't taken any damage so far this battle. It's been sitting pretty for quite some time now, ever since it joined the field in place of Cinderace. Here's Barb Barrage, though, from Carbink into the Gholdengo slot. Would have been super effective on Rillaboom there, but isn't effective at all against the Steel type. Gholdengo. Here's Gardevoir tracing the Overgrow from Rillaboom. I bet it would have loved to have traced Good as Gold from Gholdengo, but I don't know if you can trace that move. Some abilities, that ability. Some abilities can't be traced. Fire Lash, though, takes down the Carbink. Rillaboom claims another one. Second knockout for Rillaboom. And as this turn ends, we will hear from our lovely sponsors, because, you know, Daddy's got to pay the bills. It's really important, after all. I like doing this job. I've been doing it for 9 years now. I'd like to continue. And Gholdengo burrows underground over to Gardevoir for the final move of this turn, and it's going to go for Poison Powder, and that's not going to affect anybody there, because Gholdengo's underground. Let's pay the bills real quick.
Oh, baby, it's that time again. It's time to talk about the wonderful sponsor of this channel, the one and only GFuel. Oh, what happened to my voice then? That was
bizarre.
GFuel, as you all know by now, because I'm drilling it into you, is an energy formula with barely any calories, 0 sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavors like the absolutely delectable Rage Drive that I'm drinking today. That's the Tekken-inspired flavor. It's Cantaloupe. I've never had a Cantaloupe before, but all I know after tasting this is I like the taste of Cantaloupe. This is real good stuff, and it gives you bags of energy and none of that dirty crash at the end. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Super refreshing. Bung some ice in it. It's even better. Remember, the best part is you can use our channel's code ACE to save yourself 20% off your GFuel order, if not 30%. Thank you in advance if you do use code ACE, just because it's one of the best ways to support this channel, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Remember, though, GFuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead, dickhead.
And as promised, we are right back into the action as Diantha sends out Sinistcha, which is in replacement of her Pumpkaboo that is not in the game. Sorry, her Gourgeist is not in the game. Figured I'd give that as her... Oh my word, that Eruption really didn't do much damage at all from Rillaboom there. I think that's because it's HP based, isn't it? So that'll probably be why. But here comes Gardevoir now. Gardevoir's going to fire back with Super Fang into the Rillaboom slot, but it's avoided by Rillaboom. Here's the Sinistcha. Yeah, that's her Token Paldea Pokemon, and I figured why not replace the Ghost and Grass type that she has. Good as Gold is going to completely ignore that move right there. And now over to Rillaboom. Could have used Trevenant, I suppose, but I was like, why not just use that as an opportunity to use, you know what I mean? It's fine. I think I picked good. Rillaboom's move completely ineffective on Sinistcha there, and now Gholdengo's going to go for Syrup Bomb. That'll land for some not very effective damage, but critically, that is going to reduce the speed of Sinistcha by 1 stage at the end of each turn for the next 3 turns. Here's Gardevoir with a Guard Swap. I don't think there have been any changes to defense or special defense for Rillaboom or Gardevoir, so completely wasted turn there. Over to Sinistcha now, though. What's it going to choose? Just going to go for speed swap. Swap its speed with the Rillaboom there, making Rillaboom, I guess, the slowest thing on the field. But also, Sinister's going to lose one stage of speed anyway with that Syrup Bomb, so I don't know how worthwhile that was. Here's Goldengo starting off the next turn with Pluck, super effective damage, bringing Sinister down to less than half its max HP, and also eats its Leopard Berry, restoring Goldengo's own PP, haha, PP, very funny, up to, well, back up by 10, which is probably back up to full at this point. Gardevoir's going to go for Water Gun for some not very effective damage into the Rillaboom there. Rillaboom still sitting pretty, and now over to Rillaboom itself to see if it can mount some offense. Goes for Forest's Curse, which will add the Grass type to a Pokemon. It failed, which means, I assume, that went into the Sinister slot, because you can't add the Grass type to an already Grass type. Here, speaking of that Grass type, here's Bulldoze, though, for some super effective damage into Goldengo. Not very effective damage into Rillaboom, and neutral damage into Gardevoir. Going to drop the speed of everybody by one stage apiece. There goes Goldengo's speed as well. And, of course, the Syrup Bomb is going to reduce Sinister's speed by one stage, so the speed drops were completely not worth it. And now we have Leech Life coming out for a neutral damage from Goldengo into Sinister there. And, of course, it's going to heal up a little bit of that damage into its own HP bar, is our boy Goldengo. And now Gardevoir looking to follow up. What's it going to do? Going to go for Headlong Rush into Goldengo for huge damage there. Goldengo now down to less than half his max HP. Gardevoir critically loses defense and special defense, one stage in each category. And now we have Rillaboom firing back with Memento of its own, just like Diantha's Hawlucha earlier. Going to drop the attack and the special attack of Sinister by 2 stages each, but in exchange for its own remaining HP. So Rillaboom goes down. Sinister is going to end the turn right now with Defog, which is not going to affect Goldengo because of that broken Good as Gold ability that just, my word, what an ability. And here is the speed drop. I believe that's the last speed drop for Sinister there from the Super Sweet Syrup. Dragapult enters the field for Leon, though, and gets straight on the ball with a Hyper Voice. It's not going to affect Sinister, but it is going to land into Gardevoir there, bringing Gardevoir down to about 1/3 of its HP left, I would say. And now Goldengo's going to go for Shell Smash, and I can't think of anything more terrifying than a Shell Smash Goldengo. Down goes the defense one stage, down goes the special defense one stage, but critically up, stop saying critically, up goes the attack, the special attack, and the speed by 2 stages apiece. The speed and special attack is what scares me the most about that. And now we have Gardevoir once again, who's going to go for Hone Claws, going to raise its attack stat and its not defense stat, its attack stat and its accuracy stat by 1 stage apiece. Apologies there. And now we have Sinister getting itself ready to end the turn with Poison Tail, but it goes into Goldengo, and of course poison attacks don't affect steel type Pokemon. Leon's Dragapult now starting off the next turn with Coil. It says to Gardevoir, I like your Hone Claws, but I can do it better. Goes for attack and accuracy and defense up 1 stage apiece. So fair play to Dragapult, really going for it there. And now we have Goldengo. What will its follow-up be to its partner's attack? It's going to go for Fury Cutter for a big chunk of damage there for a Fury Cutter into the Sinister. That's a testament to the attack increase it got from the Shell Smash. Gardevoir is going to notices the danger, going to put a safeguard up, make sure that no status conditions can deteriorate this team. Sinister goes for Fairy Lock, bit of a wasted move, but doesn't it look lovely nowadays? Isn't it really nice? Do you remember back in the day when it used to crash Sword and Shield? Man, that was a fun time. And now here is Rock Blast. Oh, mate, look at that. From Dragapult into Gardevoir, taking Gardevoir down. I mean, that defense drop I don't think even mattered. I think Dragapult would have taken it down anyway. So now we have just 2 Pokemon left on Diantha's side, and we still have 4 Pokemon left on Leon's side. Goldengo goes for Slash. It doesn't affect Sinister, so Sinister now has an opening. What's it going to do as a follow-up here? It's going to go for Withdraw and raise its defense. Honestly, not a bad shout at this stage. When you're at -2 attack and -2 special attack, you need to make sure you got some bulk. And Diantha's Gudra joins the field as Dragapult begins the next turn, going for Circle Throw, a fighting type move, but it doesn't affect the ghost type Sinister there. So Goldengo needs to try and make up for that mistake. Goldengo's going to go for Strength. However, it's into the Sinister slot as well. So now Sinister and Gudra both have an opening here to try and mount some offense. And we get Matcha Gotcha, the signature move of Sinister, but from Gudra. So that's how it looks when someone else uses it. No burns from the Matcha Gotcha there, but critical hit on Dragapult. Both Pokemon resist it, though. And now we have Sinister going for Double Kick into, it doesn't matter into who, because both Pokemon on the other side of the field are ghost types. No normal type moves or ghost, Oh, fight type moves getting through to that side of the field. Lock on from Dragapult. Going to make sure its next attack into Kingdra, if it is into Kingdra on the next turn, lands without an issue. And Golden is going to go for Supercell Slam. Try saying that 3 times fast. Into Sinistcha, not quite knocking it out, but putting it in a very dangerous position. And Kingdra follows up with Expanding Force into Golden. But Golden, even with the special defense drop, is able to tank it due to that lovely, lovely steel type, giving it all those resistances. Nasty plot from Sinistcha, you would think is amazing, but it's just putting its special attack back up to neutral, basically. So well done, Sinistcha. You're back in the game. Here's Dragapult, though, who's going to go for Mud Slap into Sinistcha. Not enough to take it out of the game, but does drop its accuracy by 1 stage, which could cost it in the long run. Over to Golden now. What will it do? It's going to go for Belly Drum, but it's less than half its max HP, so it can't use Belly Drum. I can't believe that's the second time we've seen that happen in this one heat of MetroMania. And now Kingdra's going to go for Luster Purge into Golden, and you've got to think, even with the resistance, that is enough to take down Golden. So Kingdra claims a knockout, and we have just 3 Pokemon left remaining on Leon's side, but Diantha still struggling with 2 Pokemon left. We get a false swipe that's not going to land into the Ghost-type Dragapult from Sinistcha, and no more safeguard for Diantha's team. Leon sends Charizard back out, just to bring Old Faithful out. I mean, it is his signature Pokemon after all. Here comes Dragapult with an Electro Ball into Sinistcha, and that's enough to take it down. It's now an uphill battle for Diantha's Kingdra. What's it going to do? It's going to struggle here big time. It's against some big players right now. Here comes Charizard, and Charizard's going to go for Hydro Cannon. That is going to be resisted. Didn't do a great deal of damage. Only 3 minutes left for Kingdra to take down 3 Pokemon. Things are getting real tense right now. Kingdra goes for Screech. It's hoping to do something to Leon's Charizard, dropping his defense by 2 stages. That may help it in the long run. That could be what Kingdra needs. Couple that with a big spread move. Here's an Eruption, speaking of spread moves, into Kingdra there, but doesn't do much damage at all because Kingdra's an absolute special attacking beast. After the Hydro Cannon, Charizard has to recharge, so Kingdra has another opening, goes for Stealth Rock, wants to damage whatever comes in after these 2 Pokemon, but in order for that to happen, you need to take these 2 Pokemon out. So you really need to prioritize your offense right now, Kingdra. And now Dragapult's going to go for Seed Flare. Once again, resisted the Dragon typing of Kingdra, really helping it out here. Here comes Leon's Charizard now, and it's going to go for Hone Claws, going to raise its attack and its accuracy by 1 stage apiece, much like Gardevoir earlier. 2 minutes left on the clock. And what is Kingdra going to do here? It's got to do something. It really needs a miracle. Goes for Clanging Scales, which is the same type attack bonus move. Super effective, and Dragapult takes it down. Charizard. They kind of sound similar, I guess, in terms of cadence. Takes a big chunk of damage, and Kingdra's defense goes down by 1 stage. We now have Inteleon, the final of Leon's Pokemon, taking a bit of Stealth Rock damage as it gets ready here, and it's going to go for Expanding Force into Kingdra. And is it enough? It's not enough to take down Kingdra, but Kingdra's down to half its max HP. Here comes Charizard, and Charizard's going to go for Throat Chop with +1 attack into a -1 defense Kingdra, and Kingdra is down. Leon once again proving why he is called the undefeatable champion. His Charizard proving why it's his ace Pokemon, and Leon advances to the quarterfinals. He will face Alan in quarterfinal 2, and Diantha sadly goes home, just like in the anime, spoiler alert. Now we have completed the heats for the Masters 8 side of the bracket. Next week begins the antagonist bracket with Cyrus taking on Penny. And thank you as always to our wonderful Ace Trainer Ultra XL members who are Bro Metapod, Purple Dragonair, Sin City Yeti, Gear Overlord, Toy Bonnie, Mumbai Cobra, Night Angel, Gamer Guy Mike, Hat Rider, Blue Malamu, and Bogey Taker. Thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. Remember guys, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.